Hi friends, welcome to Jules Journals. I'm Jules and I am going to be doing a video where it's not going to stop until I finish this glue book. This is a glue book I've been working in for a long time because I took a big break from glue booking and YouTube last year to take care of personal things. So this one's been going on a long time and I really want to get it finished. So this video is not going to stop until we finish it. I think I have 5 pages left to do, and I will do a big flip through of this glue book once I'm done with it. I'm going to save, there's a last page on here which I always like to put a funny image. I'm going to save putting that on until you see the flip through. You'll see what it is. But let's get started. I will potentially not do this in the same day, but the video will be all together. So if you see me change clothes, that's why. All right, let's start with a quote out of Don't Forget to Sing in the Lifeboats. Just when things look darkest, they go black. Paul Newman, actor, tongue-in-cheek. Okay. I'm starting off with using this image. I've already glued the other half of this into a different glue book that I have that's more of a random glue book. I'm drinking root beer, so I keep burping. Hopefully I'll keep it quiet. Okay, so I don't really need to do anything besides maybe cleaning up the edge. I'm not even going to clean it up because I'm going to cover it with washi anyway. So I can lay down right away. They are bringing me some joy, which I need. I had a rough week at work. Oh geez, I need something to hold this page down. So I was like, do I even have stuff to talk about for 5 glue book sessions right in a row? Probably not. So there might be a lot of silence. Or I should just figure out random weird things to talk about. I was trying to figure out something for a team meeting at work, something fun to do, and I saw a random question generator. Maybe I could do something like that. Okay. That might give me some stuff to talk about. Oh geez. So I kind of have greens and pinks. See, I love stuff like that where I know that's a woman sitting with her leg like this with her other leg like that. But I love how abstract it is. So I have a bunch of images. I really only need ones for the other half, so I don't need a ton. I like that. It says, when this ends, may we find that we have become more like the people we wanted to be. I'm just liking that right now. That one's probably too big. Love that. Love those as background pieces. I could actually maybe just use backgrounds and then have this and this kind of as the main focal points. So yeah, I'm going to cut up the background stuff first. I could also use this as background and not really use the words. We'll see what happens. Okay. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's staying safe with all the weather stuff going on. My cousin tried to fly to London last night with her family for spring break. They're going to London and Paris, and they got turned around. They were over the ocean and had to turn around because of the fires at the substation there. So that's crazy. They rebooked for tomorrow, so hopefully it goes okay. That is just wild. I can't imagine having family of 5 getting all ready to go on your massive once-in-a-lifetime spring break trip, and then 4 hours into your flight, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn around. Crazy. This one, you know, I'm probably going to cover it up. I'm like, it doesn't really go. This one does. I'm thinking that red is too red, but you know what? That's pretty bright. There's not really yellow. Maybe that's the thing. That's the thing. All right. I'm trying to think of what those random generator questions even were now. I posted a video on my Jules Reads channel, which is linked below, on my movies I'm looking forward to that are going to be released this year based on books, so book adaptations. I think the one I'm most excited about is Clara and the Sun. That's just a little too short for over there. Maybe let's just put it up here. We had read that book in our book club. But there's like 4 Stephen King adaptations coming out this year. Well, one's already released called The Monkey, which looks crazy. We watched not Nosferatu last night. Not a huge fan. I love vampire stuff, but it was just kind of super dark and monstrous. I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, it's kind of interesting, though, that it's a ripoff of Dracula, where the movie was back in the early 1900s. This, if you're curious, if you're new to my channel, this book is an Ohuhu marker book. And I have glued, I think this is my 2nd time gluing in this book. You do have to remove quite a few pages. Yeah, I think I'll use this and just put it like that. What are my main focal? Oh, this and that. Okay. Yeah, you do have to remove about 1/3 of the pages. Maybe start with half. But if you like it super chunky, you could just leave them in and then figure out what you're going to remove later. I'm super excited to get into the square glue book, which a subscriber mentioned that she got at Michael's, so I picked one up and I love it. So I'm excited to get into that. I've been coloring a lot lately. I think I've finished like 5 coloring pages this month. And I will probably start a new one this weekend. I really, really need a mental health break. My job is, yeah, not great right now. It's normally just fine, but yeah. All right, so we're going to put that there, and maybe that there. Okay. What's the rest of the say? When this ends, may we find that we have become more like the people we wanted to be. We were called to be, we hope to be, and may we stay that way, better for each other because of the worst. Oh, that warms my heart. So I put that there. I'm not worried about that. I can use some washi. It's kind of pretty busy. That's all right. That's all right. What's a glue book page if not busy? I'm feeling pretty caught up in all my journaling, so that feels good. There's a lot of space here, but we'll just use some washi. I don't think, unless I just use some of this, let's just do that. I don't need the whole thing, I just need some of this red and white. My husband is doing a thing, it's through running, where he joined a volunteer thing to help other people, mentor other people that are going to start running. I think he starts tomorrow with that, so that's really cool. I mean, actually, then I might not. I'm just going to cut a little bit off the side. No, I'm not. I'm just going to glue it down. Just do it, Julie. I just was thinking about, wait a minute, if I'm going to do this many glue book pages, do I need more glue? I think I'm set. I think I have half my big pack left. Oh, I love this so much. These words are showing, but I don't really care. This is kind of hard to see with all how busy it is. Okay, now I need some washi. Any of my new ones match? Maybe that one. Oh boy. This is not the best washi tape. Oh, see? No. Curses. Try and flip it around. And where did that start ripping? Oh my goodness. I really don't. I do not recommend buying this washi tape. Oh my gosh. It just ripped again. Breathe, Julie. Is there anything else that would go that's better washi? This one probably isn't any better. I want to make an order from the washi tape store, but it's so flippin' expensive that This one's better though. So I don't know when I will do that. I'm trying to save and trying to DoorDash to save money for vacations that we have coming up. Oh, great news. I think my channel got monetized again. So they have to go through a process of approval, but so that might take a month, I don't know, but that was exciting today and a good way to end my crappy work week. Okay, there's that. Let me go grab my words. I don't really need too much on this side since I do have that, but I want to put something up here to break apart that chaos that's happening. Oh, that's a good one. Kindness, it's too big. Maybe something less colorful. You can't ask for what you want unless you know what it is. Love is a choice. It takes a lot of courage to be the same person on the outside that you are on the inside. If we did not have struggles, we would never learn resilience. That's a good one. Now, maybe I'll just find some funny quotes for these ladies to be saying. But I do have some pink ones too. Let's see. Where, when. Oh my gosh, so this one says, it's okay. Probably should put a little bit of tape or glue on that. She's going to say, it's okay. What's this lady saying? These days look like this. She's going to say Happy Easter. And she's holding out some sort of dessert. Happy Easter. Okay, that's making me laugh. I think that's it. I don't need to add any more. Okay, page 1, done. I don't know which packet I'm going to pick next. Just did pink. I don't think, I really want to do one of these foxes, but I don't think I have enough. Although it's 2 main big images. Does this lion only has 2 images. One day at a time, that's a great one. Can kind of feel how many images are in there if I need to grab more. That's a really cool one. I like that. Let's do that one. I did pull up some random questions. I realize I can't look at my phone while I'm doing this because now I film on my phone now. All right, so this guy is pretty much a whole page again. A little bit of background, maybe down here. And then these. Oh, that's all I have with this? Well, I guess those are pretty big. Oh, well. could I put down here? Was there anything in that last pile? No, not really. Let's see if I have. Maybe I just have a cool washi that works well that I could use. I'm sure, let's do that. This might be a pretty simple page. Okay. So, or let's not be afraid to leave some white space. Let's not overthink this. Okay, some icebreaker type random questions. One says, what's your favorite comfort food? And then I encourage you to answer any of these questions in the comments down below. It'd be fun to see what your answers are to any of these questions. Oh, that's a lot of white space though. Hold on. My big bucket. Okay. Comfort food. When I was a kid, my parents did not really cook that much. And didn't really eat actually that healthy. These are all Laverne's images that I do not want to waste. Okay. And, oh, that would be good. Perfect. So since we, oh, love that. Didn't cook very much. Didn't even, especially when I was in high school and so busy, didn't really even ever eat together because I was always running around with my head chopped off. I was in so many activities. But one comfort food we would always get was from a little cafe in our little tiny town. And it was a hot beef sandwich. So like roast beef on bread, smothered with mashed potatoes and gravy. That, to me, is heaven, if it's made right. And if it's real mashed potatoes. You would not believe the places I go. It's on the menu and I say, are your mashed potatoes real? And they say no. Like they literally come from a box or bag. No, thank you. Oh, I love how that color matches so well. Okay, so let's put the same polka dots down at the bottom. All right, so that is my comfort food. What's another food? What's your favorite thing about the current season? Nothing. Well, technically we're in spring now, but we won't really hit that for a few weeks yet here in Minnesota. I do love that we are starting to get better temperatures. Nope, I want to go the other way. And starting to feel the springness, but right now it's kind of gloomy and not springy yet. Perfect. All right, what's another question? What's your go-to karaoke song? Faith by George Michael. But I would never do karaoke. I have a horrible singing voice, and yeah, I know some of you like karaoke. So what is yours? But that's the one I kind of know all the words. I don't even know if there's that many. There's probably not that many words. I don't know how straight she is. Straight enough. All right, so we have, where'd the voodoo guy go? Maybe down here, and really all I need is something at the top, so I'll do that at the top. Perfect. What's your favorite way to relax? Doing this, reading, going for a walk outside, coloring, just vegging, watching TV, going to a movie theater. I have a lot of ideas for that one. What's a piece of advice you'd give your younger self? What someone else thinks about you is none of your business. Not to care as much about what other people think or what you think they think, because most of the time what you think they think is not actually accurate. What's a place you'd love to travel to? I love to travel, so we are traveling to Europe this spring, and then hopefully next year we're going to travel to Europe again and go to Poland and Germany with our sons. And then my husband and I were just talking about, he's had a couple coworkers go to South America, and that's really never been on my brain, but they've had great experiences, like going to Chile, and I can't remember somewhere else someone went to. So that might be an idea. I mean, I would ultimately love to go to all the national parks in the US as well. Alaska, I would love to go to. That's like a bucket list place to go for me. Cut a little more off the top. Doesn't really need this cat, but it matches so well, I'm adding her. I don't know if I'll add the other cowgirl ones because I just don't need it. All right, let's find some washi tape. This one was super quick. Wrong drawer. Could do black. No, I don't like that one. I have some sparkly ones. What's this one? That's red. My washi is such a disaster. That one's cool. I don't know that it goes well. Could just do silver, kind of an accent. Do I have any other sparkly? Black sparkles. Let's do that. This is Scotch washi tape, so it's pretty good. Not very sticky, but good quality. I might actually get all these done in the same day. We'll see. Find some words. I feel like this cat could be saying something snarky. Definitely got to do black. Okay, yep. Words cannot express how much I don't care. Ugh. Very gluey hands right now. I'm definitely having to take breaks in between to go wash my hands. That's perfect. Okay. Now let's see. I do want something up here and something up there. Let's go to the way back. Iced out. It's kind of a good one. I don't know. I feel like, oh, it's too white though. I just shook the camera. Sorry. Iconic. I like that. I wish it was on a black background, but or radical chick. That would just cover up every, could cut it up. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's go with that. See if there's any questions. What's one thing you're proud of accomplishing? Well, here's a weird, strange fact about me. When I was in high school, I was really big into dancing and a dancer, and I won the state individual competition. Now I look at the dancers, though, and I'm like, holy cow, I never could do anything they're doing nowadays. But I was very proud of myself. I spent a lot of time choreographing and working on my routine, and so maybe that's from a long time ago, though. I'm also proud that I didn't give up on this YouTube channel. I thought a while back to give up on it. I thought I'd never get monetized again. Not that that's the main reason, but it sure helps in creating content and the time that we put into editing and thumbnails and all of that. But yeah, so I'm proud I did not give up. All right, on to the next one. So yeah, when I got to college, I got a cat, and then later on in life, I got a dog. But those, I've only had 3 pets in my life. After I had the dog, I think I've mentioned this recently, but I couldn't go through another time of losing a pet, so I decided not to get any more animals. All right, this is pretty big. What's the best way to start your day? For me, it is journaling. Well, first I do my Wordle. This is every single morning. First I do my Wordle, and I text that to my husband and sister-in-law. And then I journal in my 5-year journal. Then I look back to see what my journaling things said in the years past on the same day, on this day. Then I do some stuff in my Hobonichi. I will either read, shower, or do other types of journaling in the morning. That is my routine, and I definitely love routine. I can't imagine not having a routine. This will help that hopefully stay down. It says, what job do you think you'd be really good at? Well, you know, when you're in high school and they say you should do whatever job, if you're to win $1 million, or however much, probably not $1 million anymore, you need more money to survive off for the rest of your life. But if you won the lottery, what would you do? For me, it'd be travel. So you should do something related to travel. Well, I didn't do that. But like a travel guide or even travel agent. That would be fun. I always had thought about being a flight attendant because then you would get the free flights. Something else I would tell my younger self is you don't need all that schooling. Not to tell people not to go to school, but I got my master's degree and I would not say it's really helped me in my career. I'm also not hugely, I'm not driven, at least not anymore. I just want to do a good job and have a good work-life balance. What job would you be terrible at? Oh boy. Well now, so I detasseled corn. I grew up in Iowa and detasseled corn when I was a kid. Now I'd be horrible at that. I was pretty good back then, but now I'd be horrible because there's a lot of bending over. There's a lot of stuff happening. Must be this one. I don't know what even goes. Well, that probably goes better. So, yeah, I'd be horrible at that now. What would be your first question after waking up from being chronologically frozen for 100 years? What's for breakfast? Always about food. The reason I flipped that is because I want more of that color up at top because I'm probably most likely going to cover up some of that. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra time? I always think about sleep. Like, why do we have to sleep? I don't like to sleep. I mean, I like it, but I also would rather be doing all this sort of stuff. I would be crafting. I'd be in my craft room doing my journaling, doing my glue booking, coloring, all of that. That's a no-brainer. Oh yeah, there's this guy. That's huge. I'm going to save that. What else is in here? Oh yeah, that. And what else? What game or movie universe would you like to live in? Maybe The Wizard of Oz? I don't know games. That's a good question. I don't know. When was the last time you climbed a tree? I've never climbed a tree. Have you? My husband has, like, at our age. I looked outside one day and he was climbing a tree. Like, what are you doing? Stop it. I need more images. Or some backgrounds. But I don't really know. I feel like this is going over here. Or should I put it over here? I could just do that. But I need backgrounds and some other focal point. Okay, big bucket. I don't know if there'll be any smaller focal points in here. Maybe I should be pulling out my smaller bucket. Let's dig down a little deeper. Yeah, I'm going to pull out my other bucket. Or I just thought about something. I could use some of the big words I have and cut those out, and that could be over here. But I do need still some background. So, okay, pause on that. Let's see if any of these would work. I feel like that actually is kind of the same vibe. So let's pull that out. Okay, the wrong color. This is very mauvey. Mauvey. Look down to see if I see any other questions. Have you ever seen a dead body? Well, yeah. Both my parents. I watched both of them pass away last year. But more fun and funny. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of geocaching, but ooh, this is a good one. I got a mess going on. We were out hiking, geocaching, and we knew that there was this fake, empty, hollow, like mannequin leg as one of the geocaches. I can't remember if it's actually a geocache or if it was just sitting there in a log, like as a joke, out in this city park. Hard to find. It wasn't like everybody was finding it. And so we knew it was there, and we had our son, the younger one, find it one day. We knew he was going to find it, and he screamed. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. This is so mean. So I still need, I could put that over there. Let's put that over there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had a lot of fun times geocaching. That was one thing when the boys were young and we absolutely had no money. We would geocache because it was free and it got us outside into nature. So you've never done that. Kids love it. Kids love it. Okay, we need a little bit more. Let's look in the other bucket. Those are good. maybe too bright. Leave that one out. Really, these are all great images that I don't want to rip up for background. What are all these? Oh, that'd be good. There's a bunch too. I'll find something in there. That one's good. The little gnomes. I don't know where I'll put them yet, but they go. I don't know if you can see that. Gnomes. Icebreaker question. Does this look infected to you? That's funny. Let's cut this person out. This is a much more complicated page than the last one we did. Okay, so if you are there, I do need something underneath here. Now, could you go up there and then you're here? And then the words are over here. Okay, the words are here. I think I've used that before. These are all from the Mantra Wellness magazine. I love this, found this the other day. Too rainbowy, blame it on the moon. I like that because it's we are in some sort of retrograde right now. Let's just see. I'm no longer available for these. I feel like shit. I like that. Doesn't really match very well, but I don't know that I care. It really speaks to me right now. I'm an acquired taste. like both of those. I don't know if I can use both of them. I'm looking at this trying to figure out, do I cut it like that? Okay. I think I'm going to cut straight across. I like that. We go straight though. I think I might go straight. Normally when I do that, I kind of go crooked, but I'm going to go straight. Blame it on the moon. See how it works, if it would work over here. Ooh, nope. Well, go higher. There we go. That works. I'm totally covering up that image. Oh well, don't be mad. Are there any other questions? Got any tattoos? That's a good one. I have 4. I suppose that's something you probably never see. Maybe you have, I don't know. I have this one, giggles. So that's kind of a joke with my stepson about, this was back when texting was really becoming a thing, and he would answer everything with LOL. I'm like, why is everything so funny? And then he would just say, okay, I'll change it to giggles. So partly for him, I've also been told that I giggle. Boom. Now this is good washi tape. And so it was for that. And then I also have, see if I can pull my sweatshirt up far enough. This one is for our wedding anniversary. It's up by my elbow. Well, this is a great question because you don't see those on me normally. And then I have two on my feet. One foot has 5, 6, 7, 8 for dancing, and the other foot has a shamrock for being Irish. And put some more tape on that. A couple funny stories about them. So the anniversary date one, it was about maybe a year later, my husband decided he wanted to get the same anniversary date one. I go, wow, that's really cool. But he got his a little bigger. And I'm like, wait a minute, yours is bigger. And he's like, that's because my commitment to you is more, I'm more committed or something. I'm like, oh my gosh. It was hilarious. He was joking. And then the tattoo on my foot, somehow one day at work I was barefoot, and the girl at work saw the 5, 6, 7, 8. She's like, what's that? Like the last 4 of your social security number? So you don't forget. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. She's hilarious. A little bit of glue up there. All right, so that page is done. I love it. On to the next. Hello, good morning. It's the next morning. My throat's a little groggy and I'm drinking coffee. If you've never had coffee with whipped cream and then add some peppermint chips, like the Andes mince chips, oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, I think I have 3 more pages to finish. I pulled out some ones to do, 3 more glue book pages, and then I think for one of them I'm definitely gonna have to pull some more images, but these were the ones that were speaking to me this morning. I have this one based on this. So many people love you. Don't focus on the people who don't. I have this fox one, and then one day at a time, and this, no, this isn't the one. This one only has has this girl, which is large, but I may cut around her and use this as the background instead. We shall see. Let's start with that one. And then I will be able to do a flip through of this magazine. This one I could use basically on the whole page. I think I'll do that. I'm going to put it on this side. Yeah, voice is super froggy. I think that just is a thing of getting old. Wake up with a froggy throat every day. Or menopause. I blame everything on menopause. Okay, so I pulled up a different list of questions, and then I saw a couple on a different list that I'm like, oh, those are good. One is like, what would you name your kids if you don't have kids or more kids? I have 2 stepsons. Excuse me. My goodness. And yeah, I didn't have a choice in naming them. I didn't come into their life until they were like 7, 8-ish years old. All right. But if I don't have any kids biologically of my own. If I were to of, my names would have been Sloan, Savannah, and Parker. Those are my names for my kids that I don't have. Sometimes people think it's weird that I don't have kids of my own. But I do have a really good friend who also does not have kids of her own, and she's in her 50s. It wasn't like I never wanted to, but it wasn't something that I felt like I had to do in order to make my life complete. And then I met my husband, and he's like, I do not want any more kids. Is that okay? And I'm like, yep, I'm good. It's not something I didn't always have that motherly vibe. Yeah, I'm going to cut her out. So, yeah, I'm very happy with my stepsons, and they are amazing. And I don't regret not having kids. Once in a while, I'll see, you know, like a family and how close a mom and daughter are, and I kind of wish I would have had that, but it's not something I think about a lot. All right, another question I saw was your favorite ice cream. Mine is the suspense killing you? I was looking at it because I think I can get away with being able to see that and that quote. We're going to do that. So that quote says, if you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere. And that's by Vincent van Gogh. This says, I go to nature to be soothed and healed and to have my senses put in order. John Burroughs. Love that. Yeah, ice cream. My favorite is cookies and cream. I had to think about it a second. I always want to say chocolate chip or mint chocolate chip, but it's cookies and cream. That's the one that has like the Oreo type chips in it, I think. That's what they use. But that's my favorite. I'm not a big ice cream person though, and it also kind of makes my stomach upset, so I don't even remember the last time I had ice cream. I mean, it was probably last summer with my dad. I took him to Dairy Queen a couple times, or brought him Dairy Queen when he was in the nursing home. All right, we're putting that high up. So like this page, I did want to talk about that, is you don't have to make your glue book pages like mine. You can make them where you just use big images that you like and then add to them a little bit if you want, but you can just glue in images you like in a book, and that's a glue book. I think people get so caught up on what a glue book is and what it isn't. It's what you want it to be. It's your thing. That's so silly, the people that say it's one thing or another. I don't know. Call it what you want. If you don't want to call it a glue book, call it something else. But it can be very simple. I have another glue book. I haven't worked in it in a long time, where I do put in big images and then I'll add smaller images to it over time, because sometimes the big images just don't make sense in here. But I haven't worked in there in a long time. I need to get back to that one. And that one, it's not so much, it's not like this. I'm not fussy cutting anything. It's more like a smash book of images I love. You know what? I'm not going to add even washi tape to this page. It's going to be very simple. And I don't need any sayings because I have those two and I have that one. We're done. Wow. Besides not gluing her very well. That took me less than 7 minutes. Obviously, I already knew what images I was using. Why won't that lay down? There we go. And I could add some washi down here. Let's see if I have anything that would look good. Purples, pinks. It's morning and it's dark, so I can't see my drawer. It's a lot of green. What's this one? I never even used that one. It's pretty. Why? Wow. I don't know if this is from the washi tape store, but it has koi on it. I'm going to try this one. I don't know if I've ever used it. It's not looking familiar to me. Oh. And it's really glued down. Oh my goodness. Maybe this is why I never used it. I prefer the ones that have some sort of backing on them. It's just so much easier. Plus then I can send them in my Patreon Happy Mail. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Oh, it's still ripping. Wow. There we go. Wow. I don't even think I need to tape it. It is really sticky tape. Or glue it. That's the word I was trying to use. Oh no. And then, oh shoot. Let's just put a little piece over here. Or I guess I could do the whole bottom. All right. Wow, that tape is sticky. Cool. Let's move on. Let's do the fox next. So we have this image, that one, and that one. It's kind of going for a woodland, looks like, theme. Definitely need some background pieces. Although, with how big they are, yeah, I need a little something behind them. Whoa, the glue's flying all over. That would probably work as background. Actually, look at my littler one too. My little box. See where we're at with this happening. And I don't want to cut them out because I like the kind of eerie backdrop. I'm trying to think of the word and I can't think of it. Ethereal? Is that a word? Oh my goodness. Definitely need more. So what if I put this underneath them? the other questions that's on the funny icebreaker list. What was the worst style choice you ever made? Well, for sure my hair in the 80s, 90s. I had the big bangs. Oh my gosh, like the way we would do it, and then the Aquanet, it was ridiculous. Who ever thought that that looked good? Like, why didn't our mom say, you know, your hair just doesn't look good? Okay, I don't really need all of that. I'm gonna save some of it for the future. And if I would have been thinking, I would have gone the other way because it's a little more muted up there, which I would have preferred, but here we are. Okay. Yeah, my hair was awful. We'd get perms. Oh my goodness, it was just... I also remember I would try and dye my hair blonde from a box, so it just always looked kind of orange. And then one time I tried to dye it back to like just a brown, and my hair turned green and purple. I started crying in school, and I had to call my hairstylist in school and say, can you fix it? And she's like, what did you do? Oh my gosh. Kids were so mean. I just watched the TV show Adolescence. Oh my gosh, that is a devastating show. It's so well done though, but oh my gosh. It's a UK show, and it's about a boy who's a 13-year-old boy who's accused of murder. So it's about his him, and then his relationship with his parents, and and just the family things that happen. Oh my gosh. The way they filmed it just made it so gut-wrenching. And that little boy actor, holy cow. I can't see where I'm at up there. Okay. I'm a little over. I'm not crooked. All right. That's all right. And on the other side, I have a fox, another fox, and this guy. So I don't think I need any other background. And I think the other fox can go on this page. Don't know how this is going to work together. All right, another question. Who was your childhood actor crush? Oh, that probably, I know I loved Will Wheaton. Oh my goodness, I bought any magazine, you know, like those Teen Beat magazines I could find with Will Wheaton. He was in the movie Stand By Me, and he narrated one of my favorite audiobooks, which is Ready Player One, and I think he just made that audiobook the best experience ever. Okay, so I could do that, or I could do this. I'm gonna do that. Yep. Another question. Have you ever been told you look like someone famous? Who was it? When I was a kid, I was told I looked like Laura Ingalls Wilde. I can't remember, Melissa Gilbert. And as an adult, the only time anyone's ever said anything, I think it was more so my mannerisms, was like Jennifer Lawrence. But that's the only thing I've ever heard before. I have a friend who looks like Sally Field. so cute. Yeah, pick any of these questions and answer them down below. It'd be fun. All right, I'm on my glue stick. Kind of surprised it lasted this long. Oh, get down a little bit. All right, another question. What did you name your first car? I don't think I named my first car. It was a Ford Probe. I loved that car. Do you remember when we used to play CDs in the cars, but we wouldn't even have a CD player in the car, so we would have those. This is what I had. It was like it's like an arm that attached somehow to the middle console, and it would bounce from the shock, so it was on an arm that would just bounce, so it wouldn't skip. Oh man, the 80s were fun. It's gonna go right there. I need a lot of words and a lot of washi. Like that. And I even like the way it has a little bit of this down below and it's ripped right there, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I like that more so just because the green kind of goes, ask more questions, stay curious, dig deeper. The way to Zen, I kind of like that. Remember to soften. Start right where you are. Okay, I think I have a bunch of words I can use. Let's save that one. And then this one, courage is found in unlikely places. Washi. That's another question. Does your current car have a name? What is it? No. I'll tell you what my current car is. It's a Volkswagen Tiguan. I got it last year when I had a Volkswagen Jetta, and then my parents couldn't fit in it, or didn't, what am I trying to say? They couldn't get in and out of it very easily. So I got the Tiguan. Now I don't want this to cover up that quote, so we're going to put it like right here, up, oh, a little bit up. I'm going to grab another piece for right there. Where'd it go? If you're left on a deserted island with either your worst enemy or no one, which would you choose and why? Oh, I would probably say no one. I know after time they'd probably get a little bonkers, but I'm okay with being alone too. All right, there's the Fox page. Moving on. All right, this is the main focal point for this one. This will take up a whole page. Then I have Sarah Jessica Parker, I have Barbie, and Kerosene. And I think I'm going to cut them out square because to try and fill more space. So I don't need as much background images, but let's glue this one down first. Well, this is tarred. The other side looks like that. Bye-bye. So this is my last page, I think. I need to double check, but I think this is my last page in the book. Besides the very last page, which will be a surprise in the flip through. And then I can do a flip through of it. And start my square glue book. Yay. Put it down here. The other one I put higher up. So let's put this one, change it up a little bit. All right, Sarah. Another question. If aliens landed on Earth tomorrow and offered to take you home with them, would you go? I guess it depends on how they were. Like, are they friendly? Do they seem friendly? Are they just like us? Are they different? Probably just out of curiosity. '60s, '70s, '80s, '90s. Which decade do you love the most and why? Well, of course, the '80s. That's the easy question. What's your favorite sandwich and why? Well, I do love a good BLT. This is not going to be a single answer. I love Reubens, and I love French dips. Those are my top three. All right, I gotta see. I don't know if I want to use Barbie. I don't know. I'm not feeling her. I think it's because of these two heads out of focus. And then if I fussy cut her out, she's missing her other hand. So. So that can go there. I just need some images. No, I'm going to forget her. Another question. What is your most used emoji? Probably a heart of some sort or a laughing emoji. edges in here. Oh my gosh. Trying to get to the bottom. That might be a good one. Just thinking that might be good in my rainbow glue book. Or pants. Or leg warmers. So with that. Well, at least I'm finding stuff for my rainbow glue book. That might work as well. Oh my goodness. What fictional family would you be a member of? Trying to think of fictional families. Sopranos. I can't think of an answer besides that. I'm going to cut off a little bit from each side. What does your favorite shirt look like? I'm trying to find my glue. Well, I don't really have a favorite shirt. I found these like sweatshirts from Amazon that a girl at work loves. And they come in like 20 different colors, and they're pretty reasonably priced. They're so soft and they're oversized. Oversized? Wow. And so I do love those. I have 3 of them so far. Let's put this down. Typically, if I'm at home and, oh, that is really crooked, not going anywhere, I'm in a sweatshirt and sweats. Oh, that page is more cool. I like that with the white over here. I'm gonna use that one. really like how I covered her up so much, but here we are. Up here too. Oh, jeez. Okay. Come on. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Words. Finally becoming your own best friend. I like that one. You are so great. I like it. It just doesn't match at all. No one is you, and that is your power. I like it. Anything becomes interesting if you look at it long enough. Maybe I'll put that on this page because I don't think this page is very interesting. I don't know, I'm not vibing with it. Almost glued it to the page. Look how sticky it is on the front. Like it there. Oof. Oofta. Now I can chop some off the sides. If I put it up there, it'll cover up her head, so I'm going to put it down here. All right, it's okay. Not a spectacular way to end the video, but I think I'm done with this glue book. How exciting is that? Look for the flip through soon, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace out.